Hey everybody, Atheist here. I just wanted to make a quick video. I was actually in another video that I was chatting with people in the comment section. It was actually going really well, which is a surprise. Nobody actually got into ad homs and shit like that, so it was really good. I was gonna post a portion of the video, but I don't like to edit videos. I like people to see them in their entirety. That way they can't say, "Oh, well, you just took this piece of it," and all that funny stuff. So what I'll do is I'm going to post a link to the video in the information section, information bar over to the right, and the title of the video is Intelligent Design Fallacy Model, the Atheist Experience, number 602, and that was from FFreethinkers, which is a great channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to that, I would subscribe to it because there's actually a lot of really good discussions on it, and I don't know, I enjoy it, and if you watch my videos and you like them, I think you would enjoy that channel as well. The whole point of this video is not to argue the opinion of the video, it's to argue the integrity of the video. Basically, in the comment section, I was arguing that the video is a straw man because, well, if you watch the video, you'll understand it. It's not for me to argue if intelligent design is real or if there is intelligent design or if there isn't intelligent design. That's a discussion for a lot of other videos. And, as far as I'm concerned, everybody's argued pretty much every single point on it. You either have an opinion on it or you don't. There's debates all over YouTube on it, so if you want to watch those, go for it. And those people can argue it a lot better than I can, so I'm not even going to get into that portion of it. The point of this video is to show how her argument for intelligent design fallacy model is a straw man. Basically, I'd like to start out by defining a straw man fallacy. A straw man argument is an informal fallacy based on a misrepresentation of an opponent's position. To attack a straw man is to create the illusion of having refuted a proposition by substituting a superficially similar proposition, the straw man, and refuting it without ever actually having refuted the original position. She basically just says ID. She doesn't even give it a position. And that alone right there strawmans the argument. She basically the gist of the video is that she takes 25 six-sided dice, she throws them in a jar, shakes them up, they all fall out randomly, and then she starts saying, well, what are the odds that these dice would show up the way that they did, and, would it make any difference if I said that God did it, or if an intelligent design did it, and if so, would that change my existence in any way, and really, the whole concept is actually just made up in the head anyway. So basically, you can't even really argue her point of view because she already thinks, she's using and I'd like to, use the pun loaded dice. She's already loading up the argument saying, well, even if you do agree or disagree with me, it's all made up in your head anyway. And then she disingenuously only uses 25 six-sided dice as an analogy, which is a straw man because she's only using six-sided dice to argue against the whole proposition of intelligent design. And, basically, the mathematics are completely different. She's not using apples and apples. She's using apples and, strawberries or oranges or whatever you want to call it. But if you take, I'll just give you some of the numbers for the fine-tuning of the physical constants of the universe. The cosmological constant is 1 to 10 to the power of 120. Mass of the universe is 1 to 10 to the power of 59. The expansion rate of the universe is 1 to 10 to the power of 55. The ratio of electromagnetic force gravity is 1 to 10 to the power of 40. Ratio of electrons to protons is 1 to 10 to the power of 37. And I can go on and on and on. You can use the ratio of number of protons and number of electrons, expansion rate of the universe, the entropy level of the universe. You can do the density of galaxy cluster, and these are, any larger, any smaller, any more, any less, life would not be permissible as we see it. Then you can go into, habituality, if, the way that life is permissible on the Earth in regards to all the galaxies and planets that we know about in, as far as our science can teach us. And we can go into, the laws of physics, and you can go into evolution, you can go down to a granular level into proteins and, on and on and on and on. And basically what she does is she uses this dice technique. She takes just 25 dice and throws them out on the table, and she basically, what she does is she misrepresents the intelligent design argument, the proposition for intelligent design, which is a myriad of many, 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 many different mathematical improbabilities. These aren't just 25 dice. Just to give you an example, the cosmological constant, and I'll even use her analogy, would be like taking and covering the entire North American continent with those same dice, all the way up to the height of the moon, which is about 239,000 feet. Then taking those same amount of dimes, or same amount of dice, and putting them on a billion other continents, the same size as the continent of North America, with those dice loaded up to the moon, taking one of those dice and painting it red, and then throwing all those dice up into the air, mixing them all up, and then blindfolding the woman that dumped the dice out on the table and saying, okay, you have one chance, now go pick up that dice. Can you see how it's disingenuous and it's a ridiculous analogy that she's using? She's trying to oversimplify things, and that's just one of the cosmological constants. That is the cosmological constants. That's only one of the fine-tuning parameters of the physical universe as we know it. Now, I'm not trying to make an argument for God or for, intelligent design, and I'm not trying to say that it just came out of nowhere. But she's also presupposing that, these dice just did pop out of nowhere. These dice, what were the conditions like prior to the dice? What were the factors that set off the dice? What was the catalyst of it? Who threw the dice? I mean, the argument, you can go on and on and on and on and on. And the whole point of this video is she strawmans the argument of ID by using a disingenuous, superficial, similar proposition, but it's completely weaker and it's completely different. It doesn't have any of the characteristics besides a number aspect of it. I mean, the ratio and the mathematical probabilities and statistical probabilities are completely out of tune with what the intelligent design argument is. And the whole point, in which ticks me out about stuff like this, is that somebody that actually isn't educated in the different arguments and doesn't know what the proposition of intelligent design is going to see this and be like, well, that proves intelligent design wrong. And they're going to use this stupid little dice argument to try to refute intelligent design. And then somebody's going to say, well, what do you think about the cosmological constant or the number of neutrinos in the universe? And a person's going to be dumbfounded. And then if they wanted to get into, position of Earth in the universe and location with our moon and from the sun, and I mean, it's way trying to oversimplify things by using a specious argument of throwing dice out onto a table and trying to say, well, this disproves intelligent design or it disproves ID. Like I said, I mean, there's plenty of videos out there on YouTube that are actually a lot better at arguing it, and they argue the different positions of it. But when people make ridiculous videos like this, I think it basically it kind of ruins the argument, for and against intelligent design. It oversimplifies things, and yeah. Anyway, I just want to make a quick video on that because we were having the discussion and I got sick of typing in the comment section. Anyway, if you have any responses, I would definitely like to talk about that. Like I said, I'm not trying to argue for or against intelligent design. This whole thing was to show that her argument is a straw man argument. She basically tries taking the argument for intelligent design, changing it into a much weaker opponent or a much weaker position, and then tries, analogizing it with throwing 25 six-sided dice on a table. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, if you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you. Hopefully we can have a discussion about it, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope all is well, and until next time, think hard.